Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Um, Basically, we're gonna talk about me living in a cult. First and foremost, let me just get my little jacket mouth. um, okay. So how y'all doing? Hoping everybody is doing okay. My back's a little bit hurting, but it'll be alright. I wanted to talk about first. Let me get some people in here first of all. Let me just start talking about it. How everybody doing? It's raining. It's gonna be nasty, baby. Wait. What's wrong? She's like, man, she wants you to feed her. I'll feed her in a minute. I'm doing a stream right now. It's raining bad outside. Is it raining bad outside? It's off and on. Okay. Oh, then. I'm like, what's going on? There's no connection. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? I just paid the bill. For real? What you mean? Okay. I gotta get some people in here. Kind of hard when you ain't got when you have to start over and nobody comes in. Like, oh my gosh. So let me load on Facebook and then we'll start talking about this. TR crazy come out she is a reform bully. At 6 something in the morning. Good morning to everybody. I'm just sharing it so when you see it, you know. Hey Savvy Soul, good morning. Good morning. I'm up early. I decided to do my story time of living in a cult and how it was and all that stuff because everybody been asking. So I figured I'd do it. And if anybody wants to do an interview, because I found Grand Rising, I found out before Chief had died that he was doing some crazy shit down there, which is in part. Okay. With a family and stuff. Waffles. Okay. Yeah, sir. Oh, say hi to this family, Shorty. There you go. Hey, what's up? I gotta go. All right, have a good day at work. Love you. Start doing story time. I just wanted just to share so I get more people to come in about when the time I was living in the cold. So I'm just doing sharing. So if you want to get some people in, I'm about to post it on Facebook, and then I can do my story time. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe they might want to interview me. Being that it's a cult big time with Nature Boy. He's not the only cult that was there. And it's a lot of different cults. The cult that I lived in was on in North Carolina. Okay, I lived there in my years when I was young. Okay, I had to been about between 17 and 18 because I remember I stayed down there for about another year. Okay, so therefore, yeah. So living the way basically is that my aunt and my uncle found this man from going to a revival. And basically, he was, at that time, we was kind of struggling up here because the property value up here is higher than North Carolina, actually. We already knew that. So when we was living up here, we was paying like a lot of money, which I'm still paying now. Like if I was ever to move back, I would move back somewhere down North Carolina because okay, up here like rent is like almost 1,300, but down North Carolina, the rent could be about 800 or 700 depending on what you got. And if you live on the Merc, shit, the rent is like $400. Like I'm just keeping it real. Okay, they have trailer homes and all that type of stuff. So basically, when we moved down there with the intent to have a better life, um, it was not cracked up to be what it was, and it was some circumstances that happened. Um, when I was living down there, when you moved down there to be in the cult, but they didn't really call it a cult, but it was a cult. And I'm gonna tell you why I said it was a cult because you couldn't wear regular clothes. You had to wear like these long dresses and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. I don't know if it's world known or whatever, but okay. So when we first got down there, first of all, they picked. See, this is how it happened. My uncle David and my aunt, they basically was like, okay, we all moving down. We moving down. First we moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina, right? We moved down there. We stayed in this house first. And at that time we was waiting for, Chief, God bless the dead, to build, the trailer so we can move down to Godwin. See, because Fayetteville is the city and then Godwin is the country. And out there he had like a whole bunch of acres. Like I mean, he had the cows, the horses and all that stuff. So he had his tent revivals, he had his church, he had the school. Well, the church was the school on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday was revival night. Okay. So we had revivals on Saturday and Sunday all night long. Beautiful revivals, music, all that stuff. So then the trailers started coming because like the you had to build the trailers or whatever. Then my Uncle David got my Aunt Weenie out there and all of them. So basically what I'm saying, how this cult was raised basically, they wanted all family. So whoever had family, go get your family, bring them down Fayetteville, North Carolina, and then from there we'll go move to Godwin. That's what happened. Now, we stayed in Fayetteville for about 3 days, right? And then at that time, that's when they was building. It didn't take that long because he already had the men and everything. He already had a vision. He's been here since been there for 20 years. So he already had a vision that he wanted to move his cult down to his own land, and that's what he did. He did that. Now I'm gonna show you the person, and then I'm gonna go back and tell y'all because well he's dead now. God bless the dead. And his name was John C. McCollum. And yes, I lived there for about 3 years on his ranch. This is him. I had did a post before about him. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hold up. Godwin minister charged. Well, we're not going to talk about what he was charged with because this is a time when I was down there with him. He was younger. He was much younger. Okay. Then I'm gonna read some stuff to you, what he wanted to do and everything, and what happened with me when I was living down there. Now, we stayed in Godwin. No, we not Godwin. Godwin is where the country is. That's where my family is now. We stayed in Fayetteville. Yeah, we stayed in Fayetteville for about 4 days, and then was bringing the trailers in and building them and all that stuff. Now, this all was already coming to effect because before we got down there, we already knew who was going to be staying with who, what the heck was going on, and all that stuff. So they had the trailers. My aunt picked out the trailer she wanted to live in. My mother and my aunt was living together. I was living with my cousin and stuff like that. Okay. But so picked out the trailers we wanted on the land. Now these trailers were paid for, because he built them and all that stuff. So they was paid. They had different lots and everything. Okay. So some family did not want to go to Godwin. So what they did, they went to Merck and they got them or rented because some people just didn't want to go by the rules because there's rules and regulations. I'm gonna tell you what happened before we all got down there. Okay, basically they had it was about 75 people down there that was family oriented because he just wanted all family to come down there because he had all the room. So after we moved on the land, the first night it was beautiful, like for real. So we got in the new trailers and it was just the rooms, everything was just so spectacular. The furniture started coming. It was like, oh yes, yes, yes. So we did not know of rules and regulations. But the next morning, somebody knocking on the trailer. My Uncle David said, go get the trailer, open the door. So it was Apostle John. That's what we call him, Chief. God bless the dead. He said, okay, I want y'all to come down to the main house because the Apostle John had his own house. He had his house bricked in. He built his own house. He had his house bricked in. He said, I want all y'all to come down. So I want to tell y'all the rules and regulations. Because mind you, when we went down there with our street clothes on, like something like this. I had on my jeans, you know what I'm saying? I had my hair out, something like this, kind of like, natural or whatever. So therefore, when we went down there into the home, you take off your shoes, you can leave your socks on, it's okay. Because he said that's his house, you gotta respect his house, that's okay, fine. So basically, we went in and then we sat at a big ass table, and it was like just nothing but family. It was my Uncle David's family. I'm mixed in with the family. It's my mother. It's well, my brother wasn't there then at the time. He wasn't born. So it was just us, and it was other people and their families. My Uncle David's cousin and his family. It was just a whole bunch of family. So that's when things happen. So basically, we all signed this contract. Yes, you gotta sign a contract. Yeah. We signed the contract, and and it's like all these rules and regulations. And so I was looking, I was like, wait a minute, it's about the clothing thing. Like, hold on, like, I ain't cursed though. See, I have respect because I know he was the pastor, man of God. So we just signed a contract. We looked, and everybody said, okay, you got to agree to this. So basically, this was the contract. I remember it today. What it said, I know part of it about the clothes because that was my biggest concern. Because once again, I was like about 17, 18 years old at that time. Mm-hmm. Come to think of it, probably if I would have went back up there in New York, I probably never got raped. But anyway, that's another side story. But anyway, um, so I was 17 at that time when I was down there in North Carolina. Okay, so basically, I'm sorry. You basically it was just a straight law. Basically, you agree to work, you agree to help the homeless, and help them just build the church home, which is the church, and okay, and you agree to wear the cloth that you're supposed to wear. And I was like, what cloth? Meaning that we could not wear our worldly clothes anymore. We had to wear what Sister Iris made for us or whatever. Okay. So basically, either you could have somebody make your stuff or you could go and buy it, but it could not have no split. It must be long all the way down to your damn knees. Okay. Down to your knees. And you will have to cover your hair with some type of scarf or some type of cloth all the time. So none of your hair will show, which is pretty good to protect your hair, but you just look like you straight up Muslim or you're a Mormon. So it was okay. So at sometimes my cousin, because I was living with my cousin, she was like, okay, so since we can't wear like dresses, like we can't wear pants, then we could possibly get it off with probably buying jean dresses. So the jean dresses with no splits, that's what we would wear. Now they're very uncomfortable, but yeah, no splits, so they're long, they like down to your knees and stuff like that. Like so, you have to wear basically. you had to wear long dresses, no pants. No pants was allowed on the land. Okay, so the next step, so the next day after after we got all that information, we went back home. I pitched a fit to my cousin. I was like, oh man, cause he didn't tell us all of this, before we got down here. And then I'm like, we down here now. I was like a little kid. I was like, well, my cousin said, I got an idea. Cause being that they said we gotta wear long dresses, we could just probably go to Walmart or whatever or somewhere and just buy long dresses or buy a dress that's long or whatever. So sometimes we would wear the clothes that they say wear, and sometimes we would just be like, okay, well he said long dresses. He didn't say in particular what kind of long dresses. So we would just go like to the mall somewhere and just get a long, like a cute dress or whatever. Come in and we would wear that or whatever. Hey, brush your teeth, wash your face, and dad got breakfast in the refrigerator. So we would wear those. My cousin, God bless my dad, I love my cousin dearly because she really saved my life because I was so mad at one point when he was like, really Jada, basically he said so he was like, okay, so it's fine, long as it's long dresses and it's not no pants, we was good. Okay, the next day the men came and then told my uncle David what was meant for him to do. Basically, he was helping finish building, trailers and stuff like that. So my uncle David's family really was like, "Oh no, I just don't know about this." So they wanted to stay down North Carolina. So what the guy, another man told them, well, since you don't want to abide by what the rules is about, you can't wear pants and stuff. Because that was his young family. They was girls. They was like, oh, I don't want to be wearing no damn dress. That's they were saying like that. So they went to the Merc. Merc is a trailer home. The Murchison Road. So basically, a Murchison Road in Fayetteville, North Carolina, is called the Merc. Basically, it's trailer homes. They like real reasonable, like probably like $400 to $500. They said if you want to stay down North Carolina, so I'm doing a video. Are we gonna go? No, 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 no. Go ahead, goodbye. Close the door. If you want to go, brush your teeth, wash your face, make something to eat. If you want to go and you want to stay in North Carolina with your family, so you can still travel and stuff, you can go and apply for the travel at the time. So that's what they did. So what the man did, the people that didn't want to stay and abide by the rules, basically moved into the Merc. The Merc is a trailer home and it's very freaking reasonable, like for real. So get out of there. So me and my cousin, I stayed with my cousin on the land for about I think about 2.5 years, and I'm gonna tell you all about that. So as the time went on, okay, that's how everything started. Well, I said it was just the trailer was beautiful, it was spectacular, all that type of stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of my aunt's trailer now. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all that because they are still there right now, like for real. Okay. So anyway, basically, I don't know if anybody listening, but hopefully they'll play this back. So get out that bag. Oh my God, this darn cat. Hold on for me. Stupid ass cat. Get your ass out of here. Go. Move. Roger, get Jada out of here. I'm trying to do a story time. So basically, okay. See if you can send some people in. I had thought maybe they'll come in. I mean, because, I know this is old story time, but Jesus Christ, I thought somebody would come in. They want to hear the story time of everything, but But you know what? I'm about to. Hey, Jada, really? This damn cat. So basically, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just see if I can get somebody else to come in. This damn cat. She's just tripping. I apologize, y'all. Hold on. But hopefully somebody will share this. But yeah. So, but like I said, this is a story time of let me share it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I definitely want them to come in because they just know partly that I was in a cult, but they don't know how it came about. Basically, and it basically came about going to a revival and meeting him and just wanted to follow behind him because he was so spiritual. And then he said that he has a dream that he wants us to be living better and stuff. Even though we from North Carolina, we know about it, but we had just decided just to move, back to New Jersey for the simple fact that my grandfather was up here, and then we decided to go back down there because at that time at that time and at that place and at that divine time, we wanted to follow this man because he was just so spiritual and he was just so uplifting. And then it was just so much. But the thing of it is that it was rules and regulations. So I was just saying that I was just going to tell y'all about my story. I wanted to get it out there from when I was younger and I was living down there in the coast. Okay. So basically, I hope that y'all enjoy this. And like I said, because y'all know y'all got this thing about this nature boy thing. But I'm just telling y'all, it's the so many cults you just don't understand. It don't have to be a cult. But and when he passed on, they put it out. It was a cult. But we already knew it was a cult because people was like, oh, because they dress weird. Like I said, you couldn't wear your street clothes or nothing like that. So that's basically what it was. So you know what? Let me just say that I'm gonna just gonna comment so she'll know that this is on. But she did say she wants to come in. So I'm about to tell her, I'm like, oh yeah, girl, I'm doing the story. um, Jay, I'm about to kick your ass. Hey sis, I'm on right now. I'm doing the story. So if you want to come and listen, come on in. Peace. All right. Okay, so sit your ass down. Sit down. And I had cats down there too. I didn't have Jada though, but I had my cats and everything. So I lived with my cousin Sharonda. That was my blood, that was my love, and I love my cousin, love her to death. So we lived. My aunt lived here at that time, and then she moved or whatever after I moved out. So and my cousins lived, but we lived right there, and all that stuff. So it was just a family orientated thing. And he always said, if anybody wants to come down, they can. So let's begin. Okay. Basically, the third day, the men came and told my Uncle David that he has to help with the animals because the animals started coming, like the horses, the pigs, the ducks. Because, like I said, the whole place was all had like they had animals, they had the farm and everything. After that, then trucks started coming. So trucks started coming. So it was like a big ass bushel of apples. So we was like, oh, apples. So we all go and run and get an apple. And then no, the man said, no, you can't do that. So he was like, well, what's going on? So he didn't tell us that at the beginning. Okay. So basically they said, okay, well, the sisters, which was his wives, will come out and tell the ladies because that was the ladies' job of the apples, and then it was a big ass truck with peanuts and stuff. Like I was just saying stuff because I was outside in my Uncle David's van, and I'm seeing all these get off of me, and I'm seeing these trucks full of. It was a truck full of peanuts. It was a truck full of a big thing of apple bushes and stuff like that. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And they was just dropping it off. So we didn't know nothing at that time. So then that's when Chief made another announcement. He was like, come back to the house again. So then that's when it was the ladies, his wives, so what he has 7 wives, okay? And cut it out. And his wife was like, okay, so basically what we do for a living, we help the homeless people. I said, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm down with that. I'm down with that cause. So basically, what we're going to tell y'all got to make candy apples. I'm like, okay, how in the hell do you make candy apples? I didn't even say that, but I was just saying it myself. But you can't curse. That's another thing. Rules and regulations. There's no cursing. You gotta wear no work or earthly clothing that's not going to look good in front of the pastor because he was a man of Christ. Okay, had to wear stuff that makes you look like. So I had my jean dress on, so I was okay. I said, "Oh, I'm going down here with this jean dress, Lord Jesus, oh my God!" And I had a scarf on my head. What my cousin did, she just knew because we was young and stuff. Who the hell want to wear them long ass old ass dresses, right? Excuse me, forgive me, Jesus, for real. So my mother still wear them, and my aunt do too. But what I'm saying to y'all is just that it was just a simple fact that I was just like, I don't want to wear those dresses. Like they so goddamn long. They look, oh, how the fuck you gonna get a man? Okay, so we're gonna get into that too. All right, okay. So, okay, let me get started. So I started blushing about this. So man come out of the truck. He was like light skinned, had hazel eyes. Like, oh, who the hell is that? That was my first crush, okay? And my uncle Dave said, oh, that's his son. I'm like, okay. They call him Skeet. That's his name, Skeet. So I had like a little crush on him and stuff like that. So we're gonna keep that like that. Okay. Anyway, he dropped off the apples in front of each house, like it was like 3 loads of apples. So we thought that the apples was for us. Nobody didn't tell us they wasn't. So I grabbed one and then the guy Skeet, he was like, no, you can't have that apple. And I'm like, why? He said, no, you got to sell those. I was like, you got to sell them? What the hell? Like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. He said, no, it's okay. So I was like, okay. So my cousin was like, okay, so I guess we got, and then she said we got to come down to the house. So basically, the sisters was there for us this time, and it was all women, and it's okay. So what we do for a living here is that we sell candy apples and we ball peanuts. So I said, okay, so you ball peanuts and okay. And then they showed us how you put the peanuts and you put the peanuts in the shell. It's a big ass like a big steam stove, and you put the all the peanuts in there and you boil them. Okay, that's one thing. And then it was some of us that you put the peanuts and you bag them up in the bags. Okay, that was another one job. And then another one would have to go to Walmart, aka Walmart, and get the Karo syrup and the color. It was the food coloring, the sugar, and all of that stuff, and the sticks. And you just get like you get and you don't get you get the clear Karo syrup, and then you get the other type of Karo syrup. Okay. And then you get the food dye. You get like 10 of those because you gotta make a big ass color of the stuff. Basically, what you was making was basically red, like candy, red candy apples. So it's with the red dye and all that stuff and the sugar, and you stir it and make sure it don't get stuck. And then you dip the apples and all that stuff. So it was a job, okay? It was a job. So I chose not to do that job. Hello, okay? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'd rather do the ball peanuts. Ball peanuts are so easy. You just get the damn bag, all the peanuts in it, put it in the pot, let it boil. When it boils, you take it out, and then you let it cool off. You drain it, and you put it in the bag, and you zip it up, and you put the amount on it. That's what the fuck I did. Yes, I did. So that's what I did. So that was my job. And then you got the little you call it. It's like the crates, but it was the wood crates, and you put them in nice and neat and like that. And then you keep bagging it, and you keep cooking it or whatever. You bag it, and then when it's time to go, because then my aunt or somebody will call and be like, hey, what's no, they won't say, hey, what's up? They're like, hello, yes, we are here. We was wondering if we could work, and then they'll get work, and then we'll be out there all night selling candy apples and boiled peanuts and regular peanuts and all that stuff, either at Winn Dixie or either Piggly Wiggly or Walmart or whatever, or Lion. Well, I forgot the other one, Lion something stores, and we'll be out there all day. We'll have a nice comfortable chair. We'll have a nice pillow, and we would just and then we'll make the sign and say hello. We're helping the homeless, or we'll go to Fort Bragg, and that's what we would do, and that's what they would do. Also, when we moved down there, because we always on like a monthly income, basically we put our money together. We would give our money to him, and he would hold it or whatever. And I guess that's how he got the stuff he did. But yeah, so I did this for about 3 years. So from those 3 years, we would be either selling candy apples. I would never make the candy apples, but I know how to make them. And yes, it's very hard to stir, and then you gotta have this certain kind of stick. Or sometimes the fucking stick, oh my god, sometimes the stick of the apple would break. It would piss me off. You're like, real. So the lady was like, okay, what you do is put the apple in the stick real gentle, like real hard, so that, and then you just do it like that, and you like stir it, and then so my uncle David will always do that. He still do that to this day. He loved making candy apples. So What I would do, I would get this clean saran wrap and I will wrap it real good. Okay. And then you put it in a thing gentle because you don't want the motherfucker to break. Because you know why? Because that's your money, boo. That's your money. You don't want to mess your money up. Okay. So part will go to the profit of helping the homeless. Or so they say. Okay. But that's what they did. Okay. And then another part would go to you. So that's how they did that. So, and this is how they live, and they get a check too. Okay. So basically, that's what we did. Now, not only did we do that, we had also had we had spiritual revivals to raise money for the homeless, and then what he did do when he found homeless people, he would bring them back to Godwin, the land. He would have uh, one of the people or either the workers build from a shed because it was always somebody who was good at building stuff. And they would actually build these homeless people a home and help them get a job. They would work on the land and he would pay them. This is how he would help the homeless people. He also had tent revivals. I love his tent revivals. They be off the chain. The spirit be in that place. Like that man was spiritual for the time that I was there. Okay. So as time went on, I had to rebel because you get tired of wearing long dresses. So yes, right, it is. And I'm gonna say this. See, the way that my chief was, he was family orientated, basically. He wanted everyone to bring their family, to bring it together. Yes, he had 7 wives. Yes, he did. Did he do his shit in front of us? No, he did not. He had about 20 kids, okay, and everything. Did he try to marry us off? No, he did not. Well, yes, he did. I'm sorry. Yes, he did. He tried to marry me with his son. Okay. But that's another story. But I'll come back and talk about that again. Like this is the story time, so I'll talk about that on the next episode. So I'm let's talk about this is the first time I went down. I went down to the land a couple of times, okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all the story about that. I could do it because my husband not here right now, so I ain't worried about that. And also, my husband did meet my ex fiance, and they actually really picked it off with each other. They was cool with each other, so yeah. But anyway, that's besides the point. But like I was saying, so basically, we also believe in wearing deodorant. Or it was a sister there that made her own deodorant. She showed us how that you can make deodorant. Now get this. It's this thing called Philip Melton Magnesia. It's and I kid you not, and just with a little bit of sensual oil, and you will smell good for real. So it was the sister that used to make that type of deodorant, and I always said I was going to do it. So she just told me how to do it, and I started doing it. So basically, you get the Philip Melton Magnesia, because like I said, we was all natural too, because I said we were spiritual, so we didn't believe in, use what but we used deodorant, but it was Philip Malcolm Magnesia. Philip Malcolm Magnesia is the white stuff, not the one with the flavor, it's just the regular one. So basically what you would do, you would get you a little old bottle of deodorant or roll on or whatever, would be best of course. And you would pour the Philip Malcolm Magnesia, and then you would pour whatever type of scent oil you want in your deodorant, and that's what you would use. Or you could, if you shave on your arms, you just use a little bit of lemon and go about your business and call it a day. Now, when we have to go to specific churches and stuff like that, we would have to wear regular deodorant. Okay. Stop it, stupid ass bra. So, and then it was another lady that also like made stuff like if we want to wear like lip gloss and stuff. Now, how we made lip gloss was a little girl, if some kids there, basically they would like melt the lips, the crayon and stuff like that, and we'll make the lipstick like that. Everything was always natural. We was all natural, like I said. We had mangoes, we had all that stuff, the same stuff that who had, but it was just that everything was that. So basically, we sold peanuts, we sold candy apples. You get either I think 2 for $5, 1 for $4, something like that. I forgot the prices, but like I said, my mother and my aunt still do it. to this day. My mother and my aunt and my uncle are still down there in Godwin, North Carolina. That's where it's at. So, let's see. Now we're gonna talk about after I left and all that stuff. 'Cause like I said, I went there 3 damn times. Now it's good. It was busting a little. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I do need to get a new laptop. So basically, when me and my cousin start rebelling, when we wanted to go somewhere, I think, and we was like, oh, you gotta like, you got we can't whip. Now we did sometimes. We didn't always go and be on land because see, the land is all the way out there in West Bubble L. Fuck, okay, and Fayetteville, North Carolina is. Ooh, let me see. Hold on, I'll tell y'all right now. Let me see. Fayetteville, North Carolina. How far is Godwin from Fayetteville, North Carolina? I'm gonna tell you right fucking now. How far is Godwin? Godwin, North Carolina, from Fayetteville, North Carolina. It is 24 minutes away, so it was never that far. So, but Godwin is a country part, and Fayetteville is the city part. So meaning if somebody was to get sick, like I did get sick one time for not listening, I was out there selling candy apples and then I had the right clothes on. Sometimes we'd be out there in the summer or the winter and I caught walking pneumonia and I didn't even realize it. And at this time when I caught the walking pneumonia, Shirley Caesar bass guitar and she was there at the trailer because she was a speaker at the church, Shirley Caesar, and the bass guitar person was there too. I forgot his name. And my aunt said something wrong with this girl, and I was just throwing up and all that stuff. And then I had to end up going to Cape Fear Hospital, and I stayed there for about 2 weeks. And they said that I had walking pneumonia. I almost died, y'all. That was the first time. So after that, I knew that if we had to go out there, because sometimes you got to go there when it's summer, you got to go there because see that was your money if and every night we would do that every single night. So this is what we did down there, and that's what they still do every single day from Monday through Saturday. Get up, brush your teeth, take a shower, of course, or take a bath, whatever you want to do. Eat you some breakfast, okay, and then the horn will blow. When the horn blows, means time to go to work. So they decided that making the candy apples was kind of messy, making the ball peanuts kind of messy. So they wanted to stop doing it in the big house, which was Chief's house. So they decided they was going to build like a barn and have like these burners, which is the jets, the cook the stuff. So it'll be one for the candy apples and it'd be one for the peanuts. So it'd be like this. It'd be one person be in the barn. Of course, the barn is circulated, so it has air, so you won't die. Okay, and it's comfortable. It was they just really hooked it up. So you have a barn, you have your little table on this side right here. You have a little smoke burner right here. Where you cook the stuff. So you put your pot here, and then you have a chair. You have probably the laptop or something, or a phone or whatever, and you have your plug, and you can just be doing that while the stuff is boiling. And then for the candy apples on the other side, then you have that, and then you have this, thing for the the boil, put the candy apple stuff, and then you have your chair, comfortable chair, and pillow, whatever, or whatever you want to do, and then you just be sitting there and you just waiting, and you just got the timer on until the thing cut off. Okay, now when the thing cuts off, you must turn the fan on to cool off the candy apple stuff because the candy stuff start getting sticky and shit like that. That's why I never fuck with that. Now I don't mind wrapping candy apples. I'm fine with that. But all that fucking with the stick, that shit. Okay. So anyway, the peanuts. After the peanuts are done, you gotta like turn the stove off, whatever, and then you gotta get your little baggies out. So I have my little baggies ready, I have my spoon, and you just pick up the peanuts, you just bagging them nice, and you zip them up, and you put the price on them. That's what I would do, and then I'll put them in my little crate. That's what I do every morning. Every morning I get up, like I said, wash my face, take a shower, brush my teeth, all that good stuff. Get dressed, put on what I'm gonna put on, me and my cousin, and then we'll get our stuff. Cause see, some people sold carry apples. Now me as a big seller of ball peanuts. Love people down North Carolina love some ball peanuts. Do you hear me? They love them. I don't know why, because they salty as a motherfucker. But they love them. They love them. Ball, I'll bag those peanuts up. Be like, and they be like, "Ooh, who made?" I'm like, "I made these ball peanuts. I balled them. I freshened, made sure they was fresh for y'all. And we be selling them things, and yep, and we sold those quick. Now, when we went to Fort Bragg, let me tell you, okay, my aunt said we going to Fort Bragg today. Ooh, chat. Fort Bragg, it was just nothing but army men. So me and my cousin, hello, we are teenagers. We was like, damn. I was like, we going to Fort Bragg. I gotta do, So I was like, I gotta make sure I look cute. I gotta make sure I look cute. So I put me a little eyeshadow on, a little lip gloss, and like, yeah, you like to help the homeless, and got some numbers and all that type of stuff. Oh, like, oh, la, la, la. Okay. Anyway, I'm bugging out. So I was just so this is how we did this. Me and my cousin was like, okay, so we're gonna do this separate. We're gonna do something different. So I had my chair here, and my cousin had her chair on the other side. So the Fort Bragg men to be right there. They'll come in, hey, okay, yeah, that's cool. You like to help the homeless? You helping the homeless? Like, yeah. So then they'll come and talk to you like, well, how you helping the homeless and stuff? And I'm like, well, how we helping the homeless is that we helping them by selling this, but also we the homeless people, we would build homes and they'll be living with us. And that's how they're very good. Yes, that we helped them get a job and all that. So that's awesome. So it was this guy named Justo that came through. And at that time I was like 17 going on 18. Let me stop. So anyway, he okay, he was like green eyes and shit like that. So like, yeah, so he fine. Like, I was like, you like to help the homeless? This my nigga boy, like 5 bags of ball peanuts. I don't know what the fuck he did with them peanuts. And he was like, and when he gave me the money, girl, when he gave me the money, because I know Ferry still watching this, he gave me the money. His number was in the bag, in the money. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, give me a call sometime, just asking my age and stuff. I was like, because I'm 17 on 18. And he was like, I was like, So I had went and ran to my cousin. God bless them. My cousin, I miss my cousin because we used to have so much fun. Like she really made it fun living on in a cult, like for real. Like because it was always somebody to talk to, and I was like, girl. I was like, girl. I was like, I got this number, and I showed her, and then I showed her him, and I said, oh, you make sure you go hook up my cousin over there. And he was like, oh, I will. And he went over there and he got like 5 candy apples. I was like, oh, yes, 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 yes. So, okay. So that happened. Yeah, girl. Oh, my God. So that happened. And let's just say that Justin was in my life for a while. Okay. Until he had to go and move over to Germany. But yeah. So like, yeah, I've been with some army men too, girl. They're a piece of work too. Hello. And at that time, I was still like crushing on Chief's son. Oh my God. And so when but I was always too young for him because he was older than me. So I seen him get married, and my aunt was like, yeah, he got married and stuff. And I was like down and out. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Well, but then I was happy. I was like, cause I got, I got just stuff. So I was like, okay, that's what's up. Whatever, like that stuff. But anyway, it was mad fun in the coat. We never got hit or nothing like that. All we had to do was just sure that we had money. That's all. Because we had money coming in, but every time, and then sometime my cousin, girl, I can say this now, she's dead. God bless her dead. Sometimes we would like sneak. like $100 out of our money and be like, "Oh, we didn't get that much." My cousin was, she was smart. She was like, "Ain't no way in fuck I'm gonna give this man all my money because I'm not that stupid." He said, "I know damn well that my aunt, my mother and my father not doing that either." So she said, "Well, we gonna start doing. We gonna start taking $100 and putting this out." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what we did." So when our little money came, whatever money we had, we'll take $100, put it aside. Don't touch it and build it up. He was like, "We ain't stupid." Okay, we was not dumb. Like, so some of these codes, they be giving all their money to the people and stuff like, you cannot be a dummy. Not these days and times. And my cousin, they was on it. They was like, "Nah, I'm not giving this man all my money, man. No, no, mm-mm. I love him to death. I love him. Yes, I do, because he is, he's Christ-like and he's spiritual. But I am not giving him all my money." So then next day he called, the bell or whatever the fuck, and then you hear the crows, and all that, the damn cock-a-doodle-doo, all that type of shit. So we have another meeting. So Chief opens up his first fish market. Me and my cousin like this, like, get off of me. So yes, my cousin was very smart. Get the fuck, sit your ass down. So um he said, "Who wants to work in the fish market?" We was like, "Me, me, me." Me and my cousin was like, "Me and my boy cousin." My boy cousin was always going to jail, so he was never there. But my other cousin, that was so my older cousin, he played bass, so he played for the churches and stuff down North Carolina everywhere. So he was never there too. So it was always me and my cousin and my aunt. She didn't work at the fish market, and my mom worked with my aunt, so they worked wherever the hell they had to go. So we all in different parts of North Carolina. So this is what they decided to do. Like, some people would go to Raleigh, North Carolina. Some people would go to Spring Lake, North Carolina. Some people would go to the other part of North Carolina. So, and that's how you build it all up. And that's what they did. And that's how the other people did. And the other sisters would go to another part of North Carolina, and somebody would go to South Carolina. And that's how they bought and everything. So my aunt said the same thing. She was like, "I'm not giving him all this money." So what she would do, she would count out probably, and she'll take 200 and put it to the side. So everybody would start doing that. They was like, "No, we're not going to do this." So even my aunt Winnie, God bless the dead, she's dead too. She started taking her money, and she was like, "Nope, nope, nope." She's like, "Cause see, even though we know that he Christ like, we gotta start, because evidently, it might not work all the time, and we just gotta do the right thing." And we was just braining, and my cousin was like, "Nah." Because at first when we got down there, we was giving him all our money, and it was like, "No," because like sometimes you want a snack and sometimes you don't have it. So we was eating candy. I was like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to eat the profit." So I said, "I'm going to do what my cousin said do." Okay, so that's what we did. So when the opportunity came for us to work at the fish market, we already knew how to cook fish. We already knew how to clean the fish. We already knew how to cut the fish, gut the fish, all that shit. Make sure it's clean. Fry that bitch up, put the seasoning, all that type of stuff, and then make sandwiches and all that stuff. So that's what we did. So it was me and my cousin. Either I was cleaning the nasty ass fish or cutting his head off with all this type of stuff, taking the bones out or whatever, or either she was doing that. So we just switched roles and we cooked, and we just made fish, and we made macaroni and cheese. We made all these products. All this food and stuff, and that's what we did. We worked at the fish market, and he paid us. He paid us good too. So we was happy about that. So now we having two jobs. So basically, we be working at the fish market, and then on Saturdays and Sundays we'll be doing the candy apples. So we was just making money. So we was happy then, and everything. So after that happened, then came in to the fish market. He said, "Oh wow," because I did not know, because hello, he's in Fort Bragg, so we was like, when he came in, because I didn't call him, he came and said, "Yeah, I came to see," because it was an opening of the fish market. So he came in, and I cooked him some fish and stuff, macaroni and cheese and all that good stuff. And he was like, "Oh, this is good." He said, "Who's good?" I said, "Me and my cousin. This is my Apostle John's restaurant." And he was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "What do you?" He's like, "Because it's big. It was big news then when they opened the fish market, his first fish market. He had about three of them." And then I just come to find out, my mother said he had a furniture store and all that stuff. So we gonna talk about that another time. But yeah. So just so come in. And then he was like, okay. So I started hanging around in the barracks with Justo, and we started like kicking in and stuff like that. But that's the next subject story. But anyway, so that's basically what we was doing down there in the cult. So I was, like I said, frying the fish, making the macaroni and cheese, and making fish and chips basically was with cornbread, and you just call it fish and chips, you know. And yeah, we did that. That was a big seller. Okay, that was like I think for $7 or something like that a plate, and you'll have your side plate, you know, side order or whatever and stuff like that. So that's what me and my cousin used to do. And then my cousin, she used to like go and hey, hello, how you doing? So are you new here? If you is, let me make sure I subscribe to you. Welcome to the stream. We talking about me living in a cult and the story time. My story time of just living in a cult, missing my cousin like hell because she made it wonderful. Like for real. Like for real, she really did. The heck? Hello? Okay. Yeah, I am. No, just Jada on me. Okay. Get off me. Oh, I can still use the money on the card or whatever, or you just gonna give it to my lady. All right. Oh, well, then you gotta give me money out your hand. Then get the f- off me. Move. Go somewhere. Get out of here. Go. 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 Okay. All right. Let me go. I'm still streaming. Okay. Bye. Welcome to the stream. Basically, I was living in a cult. Not Nature Boy's cult, but I was living in a cult. And I just wanted just to share my story time. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for yourself for sending her. Hope she sends some more people because yeah, I'm not done telling this story. Yes, but the cult that I was living in was really a Christ-like cult. It was in Godwin, North Carolina. Actually, my mother, my aunt, and some other people are still down there in the cult. Actually, the leader has passed on. So I don't know who the leader is now. I honestly don't know. I'm about to hurt my cat. So we was just talking about what we did at the cult. It was John C. McCollum Ranch. It's still around. It's been around for 20 years. I am 43 years old. I was down there when I was like 17, 18, and 19. Okay. 19 years old. Oh, that's good. So I love sending new people. So definitely let me support her and subscribe to her. Like I said, I love making them candy apples and them ball, but my specialty was them ball peanuts. Okay, like I love those peanuts. Like I just got off the phone with my mother like not too long ago, and I was like, if she could send me some ball peanuts, like 'cause I want some ball peanuts. Not supposed to have them that much, but I love ball peanuts. So definitely, I am going to your channel. Okay, welcome to my channel. I did have a channel before, but now I'm on a new channel, so we're gonna keep it moving. So let me finish telling y'all my story time. I hope y'all enjoy my story time too. So story time is basically being down in Godwin, North Carolina. I met two guys. Okay, and let me see if they're coming. Hold on. So basically, Like I said, peanuts and ball peanuts. But Godwin, North Carolina, Fort Bragg is nothing but army men, and I mean single army men. Like it's some that's married, but it's a lot of army men. Okay, so I had already met Justo, and we actually started having a relationship. Now, how having a relationship, being living in a cult, was very hard to do. He had to go to Apostle John and ask him, can he come and visit me? Because, like I said, that was one of the rules and regulations. Apostle John really endured, Justo. And his son was already married, so nix that one off. So he was like, sure, you can come and get her, when she's not working. Because, I work at at the fish market, and then I work when I do the candy apples on Saturday and Sunday. So really had no leisure time to spend with him. So he said, well, how about this? When I'm not, at the barracks or I'm not jumping out of the airplane, whatever the hell he used to do, he's like, why don't I just come and help with candy apples? That's how we spent our time and started having a relationship with each other. So it started prospering, and actually, I was supposed to go to Germany with him, but being that I decided myself that I didn't want to go to Germany because, like, I felt as though I didn't really know him that long, I decided not to go. So he moved on with his life, and he had to go to Germany because when you're in the army, you have to be stationed where they station you at, and they stationed out in Germany, and I was like, I'm not going to do it. That was, but that's what happened with that. But we spent a lot of time together, and he used to help sell the candy apples and the ball peanuts and the regular peanuts. So basically, it was a lot to do. But the quote, what I'm saying is that, yeah, but the thing, what I'm saying is that I see these other quotes and stuff like, AKA Nature Boy, and my quote was basically like, we help people. Like we really help people. Like if we see somebody, like if we see a homeless person, my chief will actually get out of his car and just talk to the person. Actually bring the person back to Godwin. Actually had his wife get a person, let him take a bath, pray for him, and just tell him he don't need to be on the street. If he's welcome here if he wants to work. That's all he gotta do is work. That's all he asked. He did this a lot. He every time he would go and travel somewhere, he always brought somebody back to the place for him. If he prayed for it was always either a drunk soul or somebody that was just having a hard time. He would bring them back and he will make them, he will clean them up and he'll have them build a home basically. And I mean, when I say a home, I mean a home like functioning bathroom. Okay, first of all, when you're living out there in, North Carolina, you don't really need a functioning bathroom. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they call these things a compost toilet. And that's what a lot of other places that the trailers had was either a compost toilet or they had a regular toilet. Now, see, usually when you living out there in the country part, you want to really live in the country. And I like the compost toilet because it's really simple to use. Okay, so basically, a compost toilet is where it's just basically a toilet and it has like the sea salt, the teapot, like it's just like a cat litter, and you put that in there and then you just throw it back. Now that's the way it's supposed to go. Okay, now but like the people that was living there, but they also had some. So some people just wanted just the luxury of having a bathroom and a bathtub and stuff like that. So actually, these people was just it was a lot of people that was crafty in Godwin, North Carolina. And what I mean, they fixed up the trailers, they fixed them up. You had bathrooms, you had like the bathroom, like where my aunt has, where she used to live at. She had a sauna bathtub in her back, and her trailer was bomb.com. She had her shit hooked up so pretty. It's still hooked up, but it's just messed up right now. She got to get it fixed. But I'm just saying the trailers. If I could show pictures of, I'm trying to see if I can because let me see. Like I mean, these trailers were beautiful, like for real. I'm trying to tell them. Okay, I'm on YouTube telling my story. So basically, candy apples and peanuts, like I said, was my favorite. But what the pastor did for helping the homeless was even better. And what I mean, it's not like he gonna say, "I'm just gonna help you." Now, the difference, like with my pastor, which is Chief, God bless the dead, is that he helped people. He might not have did it the right way because as we left, I heard a lot of shit about him that they said that he was doing servitude. Now, it's one thing about that. The people that he said he did the servitude for, those was his fucking kids. And see, people down North Carolina be like, you don't, I do what I want with my kids. But see, when kids rebel, because I rebelled at 19, I sure did. You rebel, you lie, and you start a lot of shit. Because I was on the phone with my mother yesterday about that. And she said those kids lied and said that he did all this kind of crazy shit to them because they rebelled, because they didn't want to learn the business of what he wanted before he passed on. And I said, well, they're going to pay for that. Because when I was living down there, he never hit me or my cousin. We rebelled back to him because, like I said, it was laws and regulations. You're supposed to not wear earthly clothing, like adult like clothing or clothing that's like like sexual clothing. So I had got this like see-through bodysuit and I had on with my long dress and see you could see my bra through it. So when he came, I was going, I was dressing like that for Justo though. I wasn't dressing that like that for Chief, but I got in trouble because he came to my aunt Trella and he was like, "What in the heck do you have on, sister?" He called her sister. Said, "Sister, my last name, what do you have on?" And I said, "Well, I'm about to go out, and I was going to change, but he was like, "You can't wear that." And I said, "Well, I'm about to go with Justo," and I'm like, he said, "You can't wear that." And so I got mad. I was like, "But I'm about to go to Justo. We not going to be in Godwin. We going to the It was the amusement park. We going there, and I'm not wearing this skirt either. I'm changing my clothes." But what I'm saying, I'm just wearing this out, and then I was going to change, at his barracks or whatever. He was like, "You can't do that." So I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm not working today. I'm not working at the fish market. So why can't I wear my little bodysuit?" And I was going to change. I still had the long skirt on. I had my bodysuit on. I said, "I'm going to go to the barracks." I had my bag. I was going to change, put on some shorts so I could chill because it was nice. It was summer. Said, "You can't do that." I was like, "Why, Chief? Why not? Why not?" And my aunt said, "No, don't say that." So then he got mad. He said, "Okay, well," he said, "I'll tell you this." He was like, "If you want to wear that, then you go to the Merc with, your Uncle David's family for a while." And I said, "Okay, fine." I got mad. And I told my cousin, I stormed out my aunt's house. I went to next door to my aunt's cousin. I said, "I'm leaving." She was like, "What you mean you leave?" I said, "Because Chief was over there. He was tripping because I had on my little bodysuit. Because I'm going out with Justo. I'm not wearing no long, because we've been doing that. Me and my cousin doing that. This is what we would do. Okay, we would be slick. Okay, when we know he wasn't working or doing the fish market, she had a little friend too at that time. Okay, we'll have our little friend meet us down the road, and we'll have our little bag. Now I could go and get dressed at the barracks where Justo was at, in his room or whatever, and he'll wait outside or something or whatever, and I can go get dressed. But my cousin, she had to go to her friend's house, and then and then this is what we would do. We would change our clothes, so we'll have like a bag, like a little bag you put on your back, and you have your pants because you can't wear pants, right? So we always did that, and if we can't wear a shirt, we then would put on that stuff, and that's what we was doing. We was actually doing that. Like when we wasn't working, I'm telling you, this is a story time, and I want y'all to hear this shit. Like what the hell we had to go through because he was so respect. He wanted respect, and we understand because he's Christ-like. And eventually, I guess it changed because I see that when I was looking at a video when I was on the phone with I forgot who yesterday, and I seen the lady had went to church. She had jeans on, so I guess he accept that now. But he didn't used to accept that. He didn't accept that when you wear pants. He did not want to hear it. So I went to my me and my cousin. She said, "Well, I'm leaving too." My cousin left with me. She's like, "Nah," because we'll fix it. We'll come back in maybe about next week sometime. So we just went in. Sometimes we just had to go. Sometimes we rebelled and we had to leave. But when we come back, we go to the house, we apologized, stuff like that. But that's what we did for the past 3 years until we couldn't do it no more. Okay, let me tell you. My mother, my aunt, and uncle, they still there. But I just couldn't do it. So at those times, when we did it, we basically had to have a change of clothes, basically. And we wasn't working at the fish market. Why should we? And then it was funny because sometimes Chief would come knocking at the door, and Lord have mercy, it's like I remember it from yesterday. And sometimes I like to walk naked around the house, and I'm like, oh shit. And I curse, and I still curse to this day. And I was like, oh shit, Sharonda, Chief here. So we have to run and go put on like one of those dashikis, okay? A dashika, a long ass dashiki. And be like, hey Chief, and like, how you doing? And he'll tell us that he wants us to working out. So and then as soon as he leave, I take it off, be like, I'm ass naked again. Good, I'm happy. And then he'll knock on the door again. Shit, and I'll put it back on. So it was just funny, like. And then y'all bless that Sharonda was like, listen, don't take the damn thing off because he gonna come knocking again because he just ain't leave yet. I don't know. He forgets it, and so this is what the fuck we went through. Like, real, I kid you not. So so after that happened, this is what we had to do. We would have to actually have a change of clothes every day. Now, he know that women bleed and all that stuff. So he always believed in not buying pads. So they would start making cloth pads. So those were pretty good. They held up pretty good. So I believe in cloth pads, okay? Where is one? Damn, I don't have it with me. But yeah, when I have my cycle, I will wear cloth pads. They just as good as pads. And they more healthy and they don't kill you. Oh, here go one. Hold on. Oh, not this thing. Shut up. So this is a cloth pad. And I still, with this technology, this is a cloth pad. So this is what we use. So some people will bleed heavy now. And if they didn't, so I was the lady used to make heavy pads, and I still follow this tradition too, y'all. So basically, this is a pad, and this is what we use when we're on our cycle. See, the cloth pad. It's more natural. It's cotton top, and it's like had that type of material where it don't bleed. So I use those, and if I ran out, use the regular pad. So that's what I did before, and I still do. Now I found a site being that I live in New Jersey now that still makes the cloth pads. So it's like a tradition that we've been doing when we was living down there. Now we always wore long dresses. Okay, and when I mean long dresses, I mean long dresses. Like I said. So when it was time to have your little boyfriends, because remember we're young. Hello, my cousin was like probably about 20, 21. I was like 18, 19, like for real. So okay, it's charged now. So I was like probably about, yeah, I was like 17, 18, because I was down there from 17, 18, and 19. Okay, hold on. Trying to I'm about to slap this cat like for real. Okay, so like I said, I was 17, 18, and 19. That's how when I lived down there. Like I'm telling you, come check out my story time. So so like I'm gonna tell y'all all of it. So when I had stayed with Justo for about 2 years, and it was glorious. But it was Chief liked it Justo. But he just didn't like that I wanted to wear that in front of Justo. He was like, because I'm disrespecting myself. How am I disrespecting myself when my man is like, it's okay? But Chief was like that. He's the type of person, no, you're not going to wear this like that. That's ungodly. Like, I'm like, it's a bodysuit. It's a see-through bodysuit with a bra. You can see the bra, and and I had on some shorts. It was a set. You couldn't see the underwear. It was a black short. It was wet. He was like, no. So that we rebelled that day, and I told my cousin, I was like, okay, I'm leaving. We got in an argument. So my cousin left. We went to my other cousin's house in Murchison Road. Murchison Road is where the ghetto is where they do the drugs, they sell all the drugs. We didn't care because we were so calm and collective, and we was just like, they said, make yourself at home. And actually, I didn't want to go back because, but I knew that my funds was number one, and I knew that I had to make money. Okay, but you could have always went to the hotel and worked there and made money too. But I just like helping the homeless and meeting all those army men. That's all. Keep it real. Shit. Because I wasn't married then any damn way. I was hot to trot. That's what I was. Sure was. But I was like really with just stuff like that. So we went back. Now I'm gonna tell you, when we went back and we apologized to Chief, we apologized. So we had to sign no contract and nothing like that. He just said that he just wants us to respect our body because he wants us to get married. So I blurted, I was like, yeah, well, I like your son, but he's married now, so why the fuck, I didn't curse like that, but I'm just saying how I'm like, that's what I was saying. He was like, well, if my son's, his first wife don't work out, then, we'll see about it. He said, but ain't you with Justo? And I was like, yeah, I'm with Justo, but I have a really like a hard ass crush on your son. I just kept it real. I've always kept it real. And I just let him know I had a hard ass crush on his son. I really did. And I did. I just did. And I just was honest about it. So my cousin said, yeah, she do. She do. She really got a heart. Even though I was with Justo, I still had a heart crush on his son. It was just something about his son. But that's another story, and I'll come back and tell y'all about that shit too. But anyway, he let us back in, and he just said, just respect what you do when you live here. Now he said, I know, and we didn't even know he knew that shit. I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said he know that we have people that be coming to the road and pick us up. We didn't know that shit because like we was living there. So I didn't know he had cameras. Hell, I didn't know shit. But we said, sir, we didn't disrespect you. I mean, we left with our long dresses on. And when we came back, we had our long dresses on, and or we didn't have our pants on, nothing like that. So we didn't disrespect you. We never disrespect you. He said, yeah, I know. He said, I know that you had people come pick you up. I said, yes, because we have respect. We don't want nobody just to come on the road, on the land. So we just tell them we just right there on the on the part of the road or whatever, not where and he said, yeah, it's not a problem. So he just said, okay. So he took us back. That's the first time. And he said, okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to work, the fish market for Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if that was punishment, but we was like, okay, no problem. And then he said Monday through Friday, you do ball peanuts. But he did get me back. He was like, since you wanted to leave and rebel, he said, you're going to do the candy apples. Like, oh, hell no. I don't like doing those candy. I said, sure, I'll wrap. He said, no, you're going to do the candy apples. Said, oh my God. So I had to go get the carob syrup. I had to go get the damn food dye. I had to do this. I had to do it. So I had my Uncle David help me. God bless. Chief. I said, I'm not good at that. I'm being honest with you. I don't want to mess up the candy apples. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that. I'm good at wrapping them. I'm not good at all of that stuff. Making those candy apples and dipping that stuff because the damn thing gonna burn. That shit burn. Okay. So basically, um, I got burnt like a little bit right here on my hand. I said, I said, no. I called my Uncle David, like, Uncle David, come do this. I can't do it. I said, I will give you some money so you do it. Please don't tell Chief on me. Please don't tell. He said, I ain't going to tell Chief on you. I ain't going to tell Chief on you. I ain't going to tell Chief on you. I said, okay. So that's what we did there. So that was my punishment. My punishment was to make the goddamn candy apples, and it was just a hard thing to do. And I just said, I'd rather wrap those mugs. I know the recipe. I know how to make them, but those are really dangerous to do. It's very hot. You could really fuck your skin up. You could really hurt yourself. And now when I burnt my little thumb, I was like, oh, to the no. I'm going to boil peanuts. And I just pleaded with Chief, and I was like, Chief, please let me just bag the boiled peanuts. They are so simple. You just put them in a pot and boil them, let them ball and take them out and bag them the fuck up. And I was like, please, I'm just begging you, like, for real. Like, I would never rebel again. I rebelled again. But that's that's the next time of the story time. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this story time of me being living in a cult. But I just wanted to say this part of being living in a cult. Even though that we lived in a cult, we loved each other. Also, everybody, even though we lived in our own trailers and stuff, because see, Chief had his own main house, so that's totally different from everybody else. How does I don't know how Nature Boy do his thing, but Chief had his own main house for him and his seven wives. He had his own main house, and then the wives they had like these little houses that they had built for them, and they each had their own little thing. Like I said, they had a bathroom, it had like a bedroom or whatever. It's amazing what you could do with these little trailer things. I'm trying to tell you. Like if I was to ever go off grid, I know exactly what I would want to do. I would just want to have a compost toilet, have a shower and a bath, and that's it. And have like a room and a dining room or have something like that. I know what to do if I was ever go off grid for real, like real. So all his wives had their own type of little, house or whatever right next to him. The main house was his. But when it was time for everybody to eat, it was such a big ass dining room. Everybody went there to eat. Sometimes we eat with our family, sure, but like on Sundays we would have a big dinner and everybody will be there and he'll bless the table. We'll sit there, we'll eat, we'll talk, we'll chat, we'll talk about the day, how was our weekend and all that stuff. I used to love those. And then on Thanksgiving, we celebrated Thanksgiving, we celebrated Christmas. We'll be around the table, be giving each other gifts and stuff like that. It was just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Like, and I really miss him, and because he passed on. But it was fun times at the cold. It wasn't bad, but you just have to work. That's all. You meet people and you just call each other sis or whatever like that. It was just a beautiful thing. And I think and I brought that back up with me ever since from that. I've always been that really like sweet person and wanting to reach out to people and stuff like that because that's what I was taught down there. Also, we always say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. All the time. All the time. Whether it's a young person, grown person, anybody. Always say yes sir, no sir. So that group that came with me. Sometimes I'll be like that with just I'm like, yes sir. I'm like, oh wait, hold up. I'm like, oh damn. And he was like, nah, chill out, yo, what the hell? And I'm like, yo, it's still in me, so I had to say it. And he was like, okay, I get it. I get it. But he was like, yo, chill out for real. He was like, I'm your boyfriend. Don't be calling me no damn sir. I was like, okay, well, fuck it. I mean, you're an army man. What the fuck you want me to say? So it was just crazy, like for real. It was really crazy sometimes. But I love my cousin, and then sometimes we wouldn't have to work, and Chief would be like, "Okay, we just gonna have a fun day," and everybody, it was so fun. I'll tell you about this. Then I'm gonna end this story time. I'm gonna come back to another story time. If y'all like these story times? Let me know. So we was like, we not gonna work today. We not gonna make no candy apple. We closed the fish market down. It was a big ass Fairville amusement park day. We all went to Spring Lake and we had us a good ass time. We had money. We enjoyed ourselves. So let me just tell y'all this. We not only sell candy apples, we do go out and have fun. We have fun. Yeah. So we have fun. We have fun. We had got on amusement rides. We ate popcorn. We enjoyed ourselves. And somebody had candy apples, and I had got the yeah. What headphones? I don't got no damn headphones. Those don't work. We had fun. Like yeah, got a short in it. We had fun. We enjoyed, and somebody had some candy apples, and I said, girl, them candy apples suck. I said, oh, who candy apples is these? It was some type of caramel apples that we always make red apples. So then I had told Chief, I was like, Chief, why don't we start making caramel? But you know what? We tried it and nobody really didn't like the caramel. People was like asking, that's my cattail, sorry. The people was just asking, where's the red candy apple caramel? Red candy apple, the red candy apple. And we was like, we just tried something different. And it was like, I really like the red candy apples. I really don't like the caramel. We was like, what the hell? So we did not do that no more. So we just made red candy apples, and that's just all that they do now. They just make red candy. We did try to make the caramel apples, and nobody. It was probably about two people bought them. We was like, that was a waste of time and effort. We was like, okay. So we didn't do it. So I was like, okay. But I thought maybe they would like, switch up and stuff, but they didn't. So I was like, what the hell? So yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this story time. I will come back and tell y'all more story times, like I said, because I said me and my cousin, if it wasn't for my cousin Sharonda, I would not have made it in the cult with living in a cult, basically, because she made it fun. And when we needed to sneak out, she was just sneaky and conniving. God bless the dead. I love her to death. May she rest in peace. Because, like I said, living in a cult, you have rules and regulations, and you couldn't wear, pants. So what my cousin said, she started getting us these little pouch things we carry on our backs, and that's where the pants and the outfit or the sexy little outfit will be in there. And what we would do, we'll let people know that we live in a cult and that we gotta wear these dresses, but we're gonna stop at their house real quick, do our hair or something like that, because sometimes we have our hair wrapped up. We would have to, girl. Let me tell you, before I get off this story, my cousin would have a curling iron or and a curling, she'll have a curling iron, a bevel iron in her purse. I would have our outfits in my bag. So it was just crazy, like for real, like the shit you had to do to get off the coat, to have fun. It was amazing. It was funny. It was crazy. It was hilarious. Like my cousin, like I said, she'll have the iron. She'll have the shit for your hair and stuff. Cause you can't come back with your hair all curly and shit like that. It's got to be covered up and wrapped up and stuff. So when we went out, we took all that stuff. So yeah, we had to do all that stuff, and she'll have the hair accessories and the makeup and stuff. And one time I came back, I had the lipstick. I was like, oh, because that's another thing. He did not allow you to wear lipstick, and all the lipstick I had to keep wiping it off with some soap and water, warm water. And my aunt said, take that off, girl, you're gonna get in trouble. And I didn't even realize it. It was some type of lipstick that shit had to wear off. I was like, ooh, I was like, oh, girl, what the hell? It would not go off. I was like, what the hell is doing like this? Oh my god. So then somebody had gave me something called, I forgot the name of it, and they said, put that on, put that on, put that on. Oh, I guess I don't know, girl. You got to hear the rest of the story though, because the internet, the chief passed away, but and then they said that he was doing servitude and all this bull crap. But the thing of it is that I don't see how he was doing servitude when it's his own fucking kids. So, and like I said, North Carolina was really strict. Like your kids do what the fuck you gonna tell them to do, regardless of what the fuck, because they be rebel and we be rebel like that. But yeah, yeah, but that's the next story. But yeah, he just didn't allow makeup. Yeah, I guess you could say it was kind of like that, but it was a code. But he didn't allow makeup and he didn't allow lipstick and all that stuff. Like I said, the deodorants we made was milk of magnesia. And you put the little, the scented oils, like you have avocado or other kind of oils, stuff like that. You just pour a scent or whatever, peppermint oil, stuff like that, and you have your oils or whatever for deodorant. Now, when we had to go to revivals, we wear good deodorant because we don't want to be musty. Okay, and we had different dresses and stuff like when it was a function for revivals, we had on his name or whatever dresses that one of his wives made for us and stuff. So we, show our appreciation for our chief and all that stuff. Get away from me. And but like I was just saying, it was just funny because sometimes when we didn't have to work, and my cousin be like, okay, pack up the stuff. And so one time the bag broke. So we'll be going to Walmart. Walmart, you saved us from living in the cult when we was young. From 17, 18, 19 to 21 to 22. Thank you so much. Because we would go get a bag, and that's when we would put, like, she'll have the bevelers, the hair products, the rollers, or whatever she needed for our hair that day. And then I would have our clothes in another bag, and it had my little perfume and all that stuff, and everything. And so that's how it was, and it wasn't bad. And my cousin really made it good. And it but yeah, I hope that y'all enjoy this story time, and if y'all like, I will come back and tell y'all some more because like I said, I lived on the land for 3 years. After that, I still came back and forth, so I lived on the land for 3 years. My cousin lived on there for 4 years, and she still lived down south. So I hope that y'all make sure y'all share this video. It just bring back so many memories. I'm really gonna miss Chief because he was a man of God. I loved him. I respected him, and I will always still call him Chief, regardless, even if he is dead. Let me show you my Chief, and then I'm gonna end this stream. And like I said, that was just to tell you that it's a lot of places that just have people or whatever. And my mother, until this day, is still there. Is They're still down there. They don't have a chief right now though. His name was John C. McCollum. May he rest in heaven, heavenly peace. And I will continue to talk about him and always remember him and just thank him for bringing me down there to know love and appreciation to help the homeless and all that stuff. May he rest in heavenly peace. And I really enjoyed telling y'all my story. Continue, and I'm gonna tell you about all the army guys I met on the next one and everything. And I'm gonna tell you about my cousin's experiences because I'm gonna tell y'all all of it. Y'all like the story time? Keep bringing them to you. So yeah, so I met a couple army men down there. So we talked about Justo, and it didn't work out because he had to be shipped off to Germany. So we're gonna continue about that one later. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you share this video. And what I wanted to say, one more thing, and then I'm gonna end this stream. Basically, with the difference between Nature Boy and my chief is that my chief, which was John C. McCollum, he wanted unity. Nature Boy seems like he don't want unity. He don't want people to be around their family and stuff. From the people that I have talked to, I'd be like, how your family doing? They'd be like, carbonation is their family. Now we didn't have a name for our land. I mean, it was just John C. McCollum or whatever. And we always said we always family, and I understand all that, but still, he wanted basically yeah, he wanted us to keep bringing people. He wanted it to bring people, bring more people, bring them, bring them, bring them. He just wanted love. So, with that being said, every cult is different. Yes, they are kind of similar, but he was better. I'm just going to say it like that. That's what I see. We help the homeless. We helped the homeless. We made for people. We didn't do nothing to entrap anybody, anything like that. We love people. We brought them in. We supported them. We got them jobs. Okay, so that's the difference between the two cults. That's what I was saying. And we had fun, and my cousin made it fun because she was a lookout. She was crazy. Okay, like she was the plot and she made sure that we had money in our pockets. That's another thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed telling y'all my story time, and I really miss Chief like for real. He was just an awesome man. He was very spiritual, Christ-like, and he was also he was non-denominational. Let me tell y'all that. So it was anybody that was welcome to come to his church anytime, any type of non-denomination. That's what he was. And I just loved his 10 services. They were phenomenal. His 10 service, we'll start church at 7 and we'll be getting out like 1 o'clock at night in the morning. I kid you not. So yeah, he was definitely, and it was like music. My cousin was a musician, still is. So yeah, and the people that still there. My mother and my aunt Liz still live down there. Fort Bragg is still down there. And a lot of army men love Chief, like for real. They love what he stood for. And it's a lot of people that didn't understand him because the way that he carried himself, the way that he had the wives walk behind him, like they respect their husbands. So they felt as though that he was a danger to society and all that stuff. But we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, thank you. This was God is Red, and I just had to tell you my time of living in a cult when I was 17, 18, and 19. All right? Hope you like it. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you share this video. I'm about to get up and make some breakfast. So I will come back next week, same time in the morning on Friday, and tell you the next story of living in a cult. I guess my time living in a cult too, or something like that. All right. Peace.